up, guys, and welcome to our first ever SEO Forever podcast, I think. What's this one called?
Well, we're gonna call it Squad Time Plus because if you remember, there was a series on the SHSO official channel called Squad Time. I think a lot of you know about that, and yeah, I guess we're bringing it back in our own way.
Yeah, so I'm Lekacy, and I'm here with one of my best friends, IRLHavoc.
Yo, yeah, it's good to be here, man. It's good to be here.
And we've got Booster here as well. Who wants to say hi?
Hi.
Yo, and we've got Fire and Ice here, but he doesn't have a mic at the moment, so he won't be talking, which is no problem. Anyways, let's get started right into this. Didn't you want to say something, Havoc?
Yeah, because obviously it's been about 4 months or 5 months since you last uploaded, probably longer actually. But yeah, I remember in my stream a couple nights ago, I was asked if I would ever collab with Lekacy again, and I said that yeah, I'd like to, but I'm not sure because he's quit YouTube really. But yeah, never say never. And here we are a few days later on the podcast, and yeah, so you haven't been active on YouTube for a while, and you haven't really been active in the community. But would you like to speak about why that is, and why you haven't made any videos recently?
That's a big question, and yeah, it's no problem to answer. The reason I just haven't been active in the community is because, well, first of all, making YouTube videos is a bit stressful. And at the moment, like, I haven't, like, really been playing Superhero Squad Online at the moment. I do actually plan on playing it one day. I haven't actually got around to it. So that's one of the reasons I haven't uploaded. Not that, I've just been busy at the moment. There's a few things I want to try and do later on. And I should be getting an apprenticeship. And I've been doing a part-time job a long time, so not really a lot of time, where before I just have a ton of free time, and if I had done my college work and everything, I'd just upload a video, because if I felt like it, I'd just do it. Because I was pretty committed to uploading videos. Like if some news happened that day, and like it would take me a few hours, and I'd try and bang out a video and make it as best as possible. But now ever since, well, Lekacy shutting down, which was pretty much the main appeal of my channel, because that's why I made it, although that didn't last very long, and ever since that shut down, well, I just lost a lot of ambition for my YouTube channel, because that's really the focus of it, and it's like losing such a big appeal of your channel, it's really hard to bounce back after that. And you could see that with my recent upload where I said I was taking a break. That has got like the least amount of views on my channel, because literally no one cares about my channel unless I'm reporting about Superhero Squad Online.
I care, bro. I care.
Yeah, you care, and there's a few others, but the main appeal of my channel is gone. Therefore, my channel is just kind of dead. But there's nothing wrong with that, and I completely understand why people will not be interested in my channel. But I do want to kind of return maybe one day, although that won't be like anytime soon. I do kind of want to make videos again at one point, but it's just more about if I have the dedication to do it, if I have a good video idea, if I have a if I just have like some good content to move around. But at the moment I don't, and there's not really much I can upload that I feel like will appeal to the audience I have, or I really want to do, because technically, like, unless I upload like Superhero Squad Online content, like none of the audiences who are subscribed to me will probably be interested, aside from like 10 or 20 people. So it's hard to come back into it and find the dedication to try and build that community up again. But because it's a big project, managing a YouTube channel is not easy, even as a small channel. If you're uploading consistently, it is a bit of a hassle, especially with rendering, just making the video. Like, it can take up to a day or two for me, used to.
Yeah, but obviously, see, you say that yeah, you might, there's a slight possibility that you'll make a comeback one day, but obviously since Lekacy Squad fell through the roof, you say that you're not really interested in doing any more Superhero Squad Online content. So if you were to make a comeback, what kind of videos do you think you would do? Like, what do you think we could see from you?
I don't know, man. That's why I said I don't know what I'd upload, is because I really would like to stay on top with like the Marvel stuff because that's kind of what my channel's built around, and I really do like Marvel content. But it's like about switching your whole audiences to watching something else, which is hard to change. It's kind of like if you know, I mean, some people have done it. I mean, KSI used to upload FIFA videos, and now he can kind of just upload whatever he wants. But it all depends on like what people are interested. Are they interested in you? Are they interested in the content that you're making? And for me, people were just interested in the content I made. They wanted the news, and I was the main source. Um, so twisting that on its head and making it about me. I mean, any channel that has like someone who people are interested in, they can really upload whatever they want because people will still be interested in them. Well, for me, that's not true. So if I was gonna come back and if it wasn't superhero online content, probably be something around Marvel. So then I can kind of just like softly turn people into a different type of content. Because then with superhero online, it is Marvel, so it'd be something they're kind of familiar with. So it'd be something like that. Um, which I wouldn't mind doing again if people are interested. But at the moment, I mean, I'm pretty happy doing podcasts and that, and just recording these. Although my channel is not in a good state right now. Like I enjoy just talking to the community, although I'm not active in it. I'm still proud and happy that it's got this far and it's very successful. Because I'd like to say I played a part in it. We played a part. We all played a part in it, and I've kind of watched it grow from back when it was like less than 1,000 people knew about it, and it was only us. And I remember Havoc's first video. Like I've been through it all, really, and so to be here and well, how many members is it on now?
About 3,000.
3,000. But even then, like you're actively getting a K views, you know, like.
Yeah.
It's gone far. It's gone far.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
But speaking about Legacy Squad, obviously we all know what happened with it, but some people might not. In case you don't know, about earlier this year, I think January maybe, Legacy Squad was discontinued because well, Veta, I don't think the Veta who was the project leader, he just didn't want to develop it anymore. Yeah, I guess he lost the passion for it. And but the reason why it was such a big problem, it was such a big controversy, was because he'd set up a Patreon for Legacy Squad, and people had paid him hundreds of pounds for the characters that they requested to be added into the game, and he'd taken a lot of money from people, but he hadn't delivered anything. So yeah, a lot of people were really disappointed, and it was like he scammed the whole community. And Lekacy was obviously one of the main people who was involved in that because he paid Veta hundreds of pounds, and then Legacy Squad was just discontinued. So how did that make you feel?
Well, I'll play a little bit of devil's advocate here and say like, it's not like he scammed everyone. Everyone knew they were getting models, and everyone knew that it wasn't a finished game. But to say that not all of them made it in the game is probably the most disappointing part. If he had just released the game like what it was now, like an arcade type game with more levels and just all the characters, I think people would be more satisfied with that than what he did. And I mean, it was obvious he just didn't care anymore. After like 2 years, he just kind of wanted it gone. He just lost the passion, he lost everything, which to me and many other people disappointed. And honestly, as much as I don't want to, you know, hold a grudge, I really can't forgive him for what he's done. Because I did spend a lot of money, and I was really hoping like it would come out. Like I really invested into it, but it's just like the way I see it, it's like when a football club invests in a player, like when Arsenal invest in Willian, and then they expect him to do well, and what does he score in 1 goal in
3
like
assists
30 matches? Yeah, it's just they're crap, and that's I've learned a valuable lesson to be careful with money. Probably why I'm such a stingy man now, but when it comes to money, is like, well, he broke my trust and he broke his promise, and that in itself is why honestly it's such a big controversy. I mean, I spent hundreds of pounds because I was confident that he would carry on even if he was struggling. But at the end of the day, he just didn't care enough, and I mean, I think he was using scapegoats a few times to defend why it couldn't be finished. But at the end of the day, it was just lack of passion and lack of just people and lack of care is the reason that killed it. And maybe if he managed his community better and he tried to be more friendly with people, this could have all been sorted, and Legacy could have still been in development, and we could have got the game we were promised. But unfortunately, what we're stuck with now is a bare bones arcade that isn't even fun. It's just frustrating, and that's the really disappointing part, is because no one's going to play it again, and all it is going to be seen as is the biggest disappointment to this community. And that's a shame, because it could have been so much better. But at the end of the day, it's past, and we are getting some of the legacy models hopefully in SAO Forever in the near future. So at least some of the money that was spent will be made up when they get released into that game. But until then, Legacy's washed forever. And I mean, he even disabled talking in the app chat, because I mean, no one cares and everyone's just angry with him. I mean,
Yeah. But I think that I think that, well, that despite I've long since had my problem with Vega and Legacy Squad, but you've got to give it to them. You got to give it to them that
at least they released something. They could have just not released anything, but at least they put something out. I'll give credit where credit is due.
Yeah. But also, that Vega and Legacy Squad, that was the start of all of the SHSO remakes. And if it wasn't for that, then we probably wouldn't have SHSO Forever or anything else. Because yeah, he basically started it, and he inspired other people to make their own projects. And even though he didn't like the fact that other people wanted to make their own projects, he still inspired people to do so. And even though Legacy Squad isn't a thing, at least SHSO Forever kind of spawned out of it. So that's one positive.
Yeah, it's true. You know, as much as Vader's done many wrongs, yeah, you're completely right. If it wasn't for Legacy Squad and the amount of ambition and people that came in, we wouldn't have got Ultimate Squad, which led to Retro Squad, which led to SO Forever now. Oh no, I forgot Viking Squad. I completely forgot about that. But yeah, all of them. Yeah, it was all of them, Retro Squad and Viking, were very short-lived. But yeah, I'm glad Beta did it. But obviously, we all wanted more. We didn't get that, but we still gotta put some respect on his name. He's the reason we are still here talking and making a podcast. So congrats to him.
Anyway, speaking of SHSO Forever, and you mentioned earlier that you do want to play it one day, and I really hope to see you in there. Well, when do you think when do you think you're gonna play it? Because yeah, I think I'm gonna look forward to playing with you.
yeah. I think well, with this podcast coming out and everything, I don't mind like trying it like in a few days or something. Just getting to see what it's like now. Like I actually don't know anything that's going on. I don't even know what the new launch is like and everything. I mean, it's been a long time since I've played it. I remember when you still had to do the file things. I struggle with that. So I mean,
it's a lot simpler now.
Yeah, it's come a long way since I've last played it. But when you could just play as any character, the lag was horrendous. But I think they fixed that.
Yeah.
So yeah, come a long way. Yeah, I don't mind trying out soon, and then yeah, I still don't mind collabing.
Yeah.
I just won't be uploading on my channel.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, maybe we'll see an IRLHavoc and Lekacy collab again soon, the first time in about a year. Yeah, so stay tuned for that, because that might be happening soon.
Yeah, we'll. I promise.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I heard some questions want to be asked, so
yeah, it's question
move
time.
on to them.
So first the first questions we're going to be answering are questions that are directed at me and Lexi, but Obviously, a lot of people did ask questions about development, so that's why we've got Fire and Ice here to answer those questions. But we're going to be answering our questions first. Just a minute, Fire. Yeah. Sorry, just a minute. We're going to be answering the questions that were for me and Lexi first. And we got quite a few here, so yeah, I'm gonna find the first question that I'm gonna answer. So.
Still remember the first podcast. How different that was. The environment.
Yeah, I missed out on it because I was busy on that day.
You weren't there, were you? Oh, it was me, Pen, and Bomb was there. How was it?
Okay, so I've got one question I've got a question here that I think would be good to answer. Which is from Mr. Link. So thank you for the question, Mr. Link. And the question is, which character would you like to see the most in the remake that isn't already in the game? Now, I'm gonna answer first, and I'm gonna say Captain Britain, because if you've been watching my channel for a while, you know that I'm a big fan of Captain Britain, and yeah, I would love to see him in the game. Maybe I could do his voice.
I mean, mine wouldn't technically be a new character, it'd be a costume, and it's one that I suggested in Legacy Squad, and that's Superior Iron Man. So one thing Legacy Squad did well is that was so great with the models and art, and honestly, seeing that in game finally and be able to play as that is what's interesting. But if it's a model that can't be added, then I'd say Apocalypse or Mr. Sinister, because I'm a big fan of the X-Men, and Mr. Sinister is one of the most iconic villains. The same with Apocalypse, and well, they're just the fact that we didn't get them in the original was really disappointing. So to see them like in this remake would really just be the best for me, and I'd be really happy to see him in the game. Obviously, I don't think it will happen, but if it ever did, well, it would be the only character I'd be playing. So yeah, definitely Mr. Sinister or Apocalypse.
Okay, so Mr. Link also asked another question, which is if you were to choose one villain that is in the game or not to have a mission, which villain would it be? So any villain that doesn't have a mission in the game, and I'm gonna say Electro, but not the Electro that's in the game. The blue Electro, Jamie Foxx Electro from The Amazing Spider-Man 2, because I'm a big fan of that film, and yeah, I would have liked to see him added in the game, and I would have liked to have had a mission with him.
For me, I don't remember if he has I don't think he did, but I think Mysterio. Did he?
I think I'm not sure. He might have had a mission, but yeah, I'm not entirely sure either.
Either way, if he didn't, I would want a remake of one. Maybe one with the Far From Home. Because I mean, there's so much you can do with Mysterio. He's the man of illusion, and like that just makes it interesting. Mission in itself, something where you could be fighting multiple Mysterios, and the mess, like the level's confusing, and it's like a big puzzle. I think there's so much you can do with the Mysterio level that you can't do with other characters. So definitely him. Then if not him, I'm pretty sure. Let me think. It'd have to be quite a few levels you could do, but I feel like Bullseye could do with one. I think he was in a Kingpin's level, but I don't think he got his own. So I mean, there's definitely that we want to see. So I mean, there's a lot of missions that could be done with the villains. So
yeah, they could have done a lot more before they shut it down. Yeah. Anyway, moving on. Our next question here, and this is a pretty funny question, but it's from Pre-Gucci. So thank you for the question. And the question is, what are the most good-looking male and female characters in SHSO? Now, obviously, yeah, I'm not gay, so I'm not gonna answer the male character. But as for female, let's just say She-Hulk.
She-Hulk, really? I don't expect that, man. Definitely not She-Hulk. Oh man, I mean, she's just like a bit masculine, you know, like
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I
Nah, I
mean, I
wouldn't
was
say
gonna
that, man.
say, you know, Electra, cause she got like that tight skirt and all that, you know what I mean? So what can I say? She got the bunda.
Yeah, you know, man's got his knees, right?
So you know, I gotta say Electra. I mean, for males, I mean, I can't say anyone, but you know, like if we're going with, like the coolest looking one, probably have to say Ghost Rider. I mean, you know, definitely not someone I'd go on a date with, but you know, he looks sick. So he's
Yeah,
definitely the coolest looking one in my opinion.
yeah, definitely. Yeah, I would have to agree with that. Yeah, I always thought Ghost Rider looked pretty cool.
Definitely, yeah.
Okay, so moving on, yeah. This question I think is specifically directed to me, and yeah, it's a pretty interesting question actually. So yeah, I'm gonna answer it, and it's from Zocker Spidey. So thank you for the question, and it is: do you think your clicks on YouTube are in good balance with the quality of your videos? And to answer this, uh, I've got to say that, well, in regards to all other SHSO YouTubers, I don't think that my videos in quality are better than anyone else. And you know, maybe I could try harder on editing and stuff like that. But I think that the fact that I get so many views and that I've gotten to the place where I am today is just simply because I was the first one to jump on it, and I was consistent for a long time, and I was making videos every single day, just quick, informative videos, and yeah, they were picking up views. And yeah, because I was so consistent with it, I was like growing a lot. I was getting about 100 subscribers a month for a few months, and then after I stopped making videos, you know, just after I stopped making videos consistently, but I still had support from the community because of my previous videos, and then last year, the end of last year, I made one video that I didn't even try on, and it was I didn't do any editing really. Like it was pretty poorly made, but it was kind of an accidental success because it started raking in hundreds of views a day, and it started growing the project, and the server started growing, and more people started joining through my link. And since then, I've just gained a lot more support, even more than I had before, and I've just kept making videos. But I've been trying to improve the quality of my videos and editing and whatnot. So yeah, I think that I think it's not really about the quality of my videos. And because he also said, do you think that the quality or the quantity is what made you the biggest SHSO YouTuber? And yeah, I'm gonna have to say quantity mainly, but also the fact that, you know, there hasn't been, at the start there was a lot of other YouTubers that were doing it as well, but that obviously there was you, TJ Gamer,
Yeah.
SHSO Remake News, but um, other than that, the competition uh, was kind of, there was a lot of people who did videos, but the videos weren't they didn't really put any effort at all into the videos. So yeah, there wasn't a lot of competition, but the people that were my competition, you know, I just worked with you guys, and yeah. But I think that because I was first to make a video. That's why I've managed to get to where I am.
Yeah, I gotta say, like, Havoc was the one who started it all, in my opinion. He's the one why we're all here. And the fact that he made the video, I mean, it's not up anymore. The, what was it? The Legacy Squad announcement you made. It's the reason I'm here, the reason I started making videos. And yeah, I mean, the competition, it's been very scarce now. It's probably only IRLHavoc making these videos. I think maybe someone else.
There is a few others, but the only problem is that they don't make videos consistently enough. But yeah, our YouTubers like Zan MCC, obviously they've got some good content, but the only problem is they don't make enough videos, or they don't make videos often enough.
Yeah, yeah, that's the thing. So, yeah, I mean, Havoc's always pumping out a video. I mean, at least one per month. That was my rule. I always, when I was uploading consistently, it was always once per month. I had to push out one. But nowadays, yeah, none at all. But yeah, back me in Havoc, I still remember when I overtook him in subs
Oh
one day.
yeah.
But now, obviously, man's on his way to a cave, so no way I'm catching up with that.
Nah, if you come back here, then you know, you can catch up with me again. The race will be
Maybe,
back on.
maybe, yeah. We'll see, we'll see.
Anyways, so moving on. Our next question is, how old were you when you played SHSO for the first time? Now, I was 8 years old, and I found the game. It was in an advert on a magazine, so I got it and I started playing. And yeah, I played it until it shut down.
I remember it was me. I was just looking for Marvel games online because the Flash games were getting dry, and I was in a Club Penguin in Weaves. I wanted a game similar to that, but like Marvel related. And then you found SASO, which at the time, I mean, it was all very American. It was all Western. I never ever heard about it. But obviously, I tried it, and yeah, I loved it. I still remember. I was always trying to play it. But I still remember the horrendous loading times. Some things you can't forget, and that is that. But I think I was in year 5, so I would have been 9 or 10.
Wow,
So that is when I started playing, and now I'm 18. So time really does fly by. So
damn.
it's crazy to think how long ago it was around. So.
Yeah, we're getting old, man. We're getting old.
Getting old indeed.
Anyway, moving on from that, we've got another question from my good friend Zocca Spidey. Question for Havoc. What should I do if I find cheese on my Burger King cheeseburger? And you know what? You know what I'm gonna say? Sue them, fam. Go to the court. Bring them to the court and sue them. That's all I have to say about that.
What, sue him for cheese?
Yeah, that's
I'm
a
sorry.
serious offence.
We'll just decapitate him. Get public lynching going.
Isolate
None of
style.
that, please. Oh dear.
Okay, so the next question we're going to answer is from Prince of Madness, and that is, will you have guests on your podcast? And yeah, I'd say that in the next few episodes, we're hoping to have some guests, get some interesting people on here. But we do have a guest today, Fire Nice, but also Booker as well. He's helped organize this. But yeah, we're planning to have some more guests, definitely.
Yeah, shout out Booster for organising this. But yeah, definitely we want to get more guests on, for sure. I mean, personally, I don't really know many people in the community, so to get them on here, be nice to meet new people and that. I don't know who's popping in the community no more, so be nice to see them. But definitely who I want to see the most is probably Crab, even though I don't think it'll happen. But obviously I want to see Crab on here. That'll be interesting. But yeah, definitely we are expecting more guests in the next coming episode. So if you feel like you want to come on, have a chat, you have some points to bring up, then definitely come on. We'll sort everything out. So
Yeah, I did speak to Bum Bum Fun about it yesterday, and I said that I would invite him as a guest. And yeah, well, I would actually quite like to see that. Quite like to see what he has to say.
I'd actually like to see TJ on here.
Oh yeah. You know who with the one guest that I would love to see on it. That would be my dream come true.
What?
Mr. Games or Ross.
Bro, that's the end game goal. I mean, didn't he start uploading again or something? He uploaded onto the on his Facebook, didn't he?
Yeah, but I think he was planning a comeback, but I have no idea what happened because I haven't heard about him in a few months.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to see him on here. Obviously, he's our childhood, so.
Yeah, do you think he's watching this?
If he is watching this, hit us up. You know what I mean? Message us and we'll get you on, trust me.
If you're watching this, we forgive you, man.
Yeah.
No hard feelings, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So moving on from that question, we got another question from Vic. And the question is, has the nostalgia worn off ever since you've been playing? Have you found the game more fun or not, and why? And to answer that, I'll say that since I started playing SHSO Forever, or any of the remakes really, the nostalgia has worn off a bit because I think I'd say I have more memories of playing now than I did with the original, because obviously I was very young when I played the original. But yeah, I'd say that now because of my YouTube channel and everything, you know, I have more memories and better memories of the game now. All kinds of memories, really good memories, bad memories, and yeah, I found the game more fun because I guess I could appreciate it more for what it is, and yeah, I'd say the nostalgia has definitely worn off, but it's not all that bad.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty sure online, you know, you always want to. I think online SEO is probably the best because, I mean, offline, I mean, you know, there's no people walking around. I mean, the fun of it is just, you know, it being an online environment that you can just see anyone whenever. So obviously, it being offline is just not as good. But online, I mean, it just gives you that sense of a community around you, and that's kind of how these MMOs work. So definitely have to say the online environment. Because, you know, it feels like a drought with no one around. It feels lonely.
Luckily now there's quite a lot of people that play regularly.
Yeah, that's good. So, anyway,
Okay, so next question actually comes from Buka, who's here in the call with us, and the question is, if you were to pick one to be completed during the time they were developed, would it be Legacy Squad or Ultimate Squad, and why? And that is a good question, and to answer that, I'm gonna say Legacy Squad, simply because Ultimate Squad at the time, which has now obviously developed into SHSO Forever, it was quite different because like, they were developing it from the ground up, so even if it had come to fruition, it might be something really different to what we see today, and it might be that it might have been really different to the original game. But Legacy Squad was obviously it was going to be like a sequel to the game, and yeah, it was interesting because it was like there was going to be so much more stuff in there, so many new characters and maps and all that. Yeah, so it would have been interesting to see it, and it would have been like, oh, I would have really liked to see it. So yeah, I'm gonna say Legacy Squad for that one.
yeah, I'll probably have to agree with Havoc here. Ultimate Squad at the time, and I'll be honest, didn't have the best devs at all. Didn't really have people know what they're doing. So that them going in the direction of that, I feel like would have been a mess. My opinion, obviously, when they got Crab along, I could have definitely got better. But with SO Forever, this is what Ultimate Squad would have been. So to say the Ultimate Squad to be developed in that time, it'd have to be a no. Because I mean, we're getting it now. But with Legacy Squad, it was such a different idea, and it was so ambitious, and it had so many plans and ideas. I would of course want to see it because we would have got new characters, new free roam, and just new missions, and being able to do all that with people. I mean, it would have just been amazing. So definitely have to go with Legacy Squad. No harsh feelings to Ultimate Squad, but yeah, I mean, Ultimate Squad is what we got now, really. So it have to be Legacy, and yeah, I think everyone probably agree on that.
Yeah, definitely. So the next question we got here is from Thanos, and the question is, what's the character you love the most in SHSO? And other than Luke Cage, I'm gonna have to answer with let's see, who do I like? You know, off the top of my head, I'm just gonna say the Falcon XO7. I think I might have actually answered this question on my stream yesterday, but yeah, I just like I think he's a powerful character, and I like the film he was from, and yeah, I remember when he was releasing the game, and I like the way he looks as well. So yeah, I'd say that's got to be my other favorite character besides from Luke Cage.
For me, I mean, I just like going around the Ghost Rider on his bike, I'll be honest. I think he's one of the most fun characters to play in the game. And he just has a really cool moveset, and the fact that you could drive his bike around and around the city, that's just cool in itself. I mean, he's just one of the most unique characters just because he can do that, and only he can, you know, do that. And he just has an interesting moveset. I mean, with his penance stare, and just him being able to drive his bike around while fighting. I mean, he's just one of the cooler characters in the game, so definitely Ghost Rider. Between the classic version or the normal version, I'll probably have to say the normal version.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, I remember when I first saw him in the game, and that was my first crush, to be honest.
Crush.
Yeah.
Man, crush on Ghost Rider.
Okay. Anyway, that wraps it up for the questions directed to us. So now we're going to be moving on to questions about development of the game. And luckily for us, Fire and Ice, who's in the call, he answered some of the questions and he's written his answers for us. So yeah, thank you for that. And we're going to get into answering the questions. So the first question he chose to answer was, after you are done rebuilding the game, will there be any microtransactions? And he replied, we are planning not to have any microtransactions after the release. And the next question is, will there be all the characters and missions and other stuff which were in the original? And to that he replied, yes, everything that was in the original game will be in the remake, except for event zones. We might have trouble with those, but we'll try to work them out post-release. The next question he answered was, will you keep adding new stuff when the game is complete? And he said, I think we can definitely expand post-release, even if not in huge ways. One of the things that we have planned is a skin locker, where the price of the 1,000, 2,000 or 3,000 fractals, I haven't decided those details yet, you can get a new style for an existing hero or many more. The reskins are community made, and we already have some people hard at work on making them. Shout out to Gab, Ethan, Game Dev and Hawkeye. And that's everything he wanted to answer, and he'll answer the rest in the future. And his favourite one is Shadowcat.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad that we won't be seeing microtransactions in the game. That's a big relief, because obviously, you know, that won't hold us back from playing the game. And that's probably, although it makes sense for it to be in the original, it doesn't really make sense for it to be in the fan game. So yeah. I'm glad.
And now everyone has an equal chance to be good at the game. It's not paid to win like it was before.
Yeah, now you can really just, everyone has to work hard for their characters. There's not like, oh, I'm gonna splash 50 quid on it just to get me like Moon Knight or Iron Fist, although I don't know why I'd spend 50 quid on them.
Shout out Mr. Games or Ross again.
But yeah, now, you know, if you want these characters, you've got to work for them. And I think Skin Locker will be cool. I know that Ethan Game Dev did some, but I don't know what Gab and Hawkeye have done actually. So it'll be interesting to see the community made reskins, and I want to see how that works into the game and how they're going to put that in. So that would be very interesting. And yeah, I think it would definitely stay true to the original for the most part. I don't think it's going to divert in any crazy ways like Legacy Squad was going to do. I don't think we're going to get some mad combo system or like, you know, like some free roam flying, although that would be awesome. No, not happening, but yeah.
But luckily, they do have the Legacy Squad assets, so some of the Legacy Squad characters are going to be part of the costume locker feature. So yeah, hopefully, yeah, I can't wait for that, because you know there was a lot of characters that I would have liked to see in the SHSO, the original, but they never made it in. And Legacy Squad skins have given us the chance to see that. So yeah, I really can't wait.
I mean, yeah, we had characters like, you know, Modern Moon Knight, you know, all new or different Iron Man, Superior Iron Man, Spider Carnage. I know people want to see that. So, you know, all these characters coming to the game and reskin, I mean, that'll just be interesting to see. So, yeah.
Unfortunately, no Captain Britain though.
No Captain Britain, unfortunately. But hopefully, with the new community we got, someone can work something out for us, hopefully.
Yeah, so if any of the reskinners are watching this, Captain Britain, man, that's my request.
Yeah,
please do that
get
for me.
Captain Britain in there. Or Union Jack, I'd like to see him.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, any of those two, man, is fine, but please do that for me. I'll love you forever.
Yeah. But I think it is time to wrap things up for our first podcast. Obviously, this is a lot more about introducing me, and you already know Havoc. But you know that Havoc's here to stay, and we're definitely really excited to do more podcasts with other people, guests. It'll be very interesting. So if you want to be a guest, just let us know. We'll definitely get something sorted out, and hopefully you'll be seeing us soon again in the podcast. So
yeah, I think it went well for the first episode, and yeah, I'm happy to be here. I can't wait to do the next episode. Hopefully we get some good guests. thanks for hosting, Lekacy. You did a good job, I think.
Yeah, I'm glad you're here as well, Havoc, and hopefully, yeah, this becomes a thing we see more often and we get to do every week. So, yeah, great. Thank you for listening if you have made it this far, and if you are watching and still listening, please remember to subscribe to the YouTube channel. I'm pretty sure this will be uploaded on the SEO Forever channel, if I'm
Shout out
correct.
to Remy for running the channel.
Yeah, shout out to Remy, and maybe SoundCloud like we did last time. I don't know if it'll be the same one. Yeah, so subscribe to us, and because we're going to be doing this more often. And thank you for listening this far. We greatly appreciate it. And
Thank you very much.
yeah, this will be the end of the first episode. So thank you for Fire and Ice for making it, although he could not talk. And thank you, Booster, who is here, who has helped us organize this. And without him, we wouldn't be here talking. So thank you, everyone. And we shall hopefully see you guys next week.
Thank you. Bye.
Goodbye.